What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? As you can see, we're doing things a little different today because we got the BeQuest boys in the building. All right.
Yo,
Say what's up, everybody. Before we get into introductions, my name is Javano Stokes. I am your host. I am the comic book creator of Heat and Strong. I am the publisher of Visually Stoked Media. I have a lot of hats, but for tonight, I am your host, and I'm very honored. Excuse me, that I get to share the screen with these gentlemen here. I'm gonna go one by one. We're gonna go to my. Is it doing it right? Yeah, am I right? Let's go. We got the creator of the Scarlet Ranger, Mr. Ro Lamb in the building. ATA Land in the building.
yo, what's good, what's good?
And then next to him, we got the one and only, the king of TikTok, Danny J. Quick, creator of Ace Blade.
We out here, man. Appreciate you for having us.
All right. Underneath me, pause, is the one and only creator of Lumberjacks, the host of Top 5 Live, creator of Top 5 Live. Give this man his flowers, Mr. Morgan Iverson, angriest man in America.
Wow. It's not lost on me that you made sure that my window was up under you. So not lost on me for that.
You got to come on time. If you come on time, you'd be elevated.
Got to pause that.
And then last but not least, the impeccable, the amazing artist, the one and only Mr. Socially Conscious Wally V.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Mr. Bad.
That part.
The real leader of BeQuest. He be putting people on. He be shutting people down. Hey, we ain't talking about this right now.
He racist, man.
That's the CEO right
Hey,
there.
cuz.
We ain't talking about that, bro. You ain't even got it done yet, bro. Stop talking about
Hey, I just didn't want the man to go into a tangent about something that didn't exist yet. That's all.
Stop talking about it right now. Ain't playing what you need.
Listen, man. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Kevin Chapman says, "Have a great show." Thank you, Kevin.
What up, Kev?
Appreciate it, Kev.
We gonna fix this. We're gonna do this a little different. There we go. That was getting on my nerves. So yes. Welcome, guys. Thank y'all for coming on. I think y'all came on last time, right? And I think Wally took over because he kept trying to make a big deal about me not being a part of the group. But it's okay, man. Listen, y'all the Fantastic Four in this deal right here, and I'm happy for you guys.
Hey, who Mrs. Fantastic?
It's not me.
See, y'all listen. I be trying to be a host, and y'all and Wally he starts so much trouble.
That's a good question, Wally.
I thought it was too, bro. I was just like, yo, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Her power is important.
You're right. She's the most powerful member. I mean, that must be Danny then. Danny got the most power, right? Danny the CEO.
No, Wally's the CEO. That's him.
You see how it go on the show. You know who got the most power in here. You already know.
I've seen it a couple times. I'm just saying.
You've seen it in action. You've seen it in action. Shoot.
Racism.
Hey, so real quick. So how about y'all explain to the audience, A, what does BeQuest mean? And B, what y'all looking to give to the comic book community?
Absolutely.
I say we let the CEO say it because we don't want no problem.
Absolutely, man. Take the
Well, Danny just said absolutely. So go ahead, Danny. He got it.
No,
yes, sir.
absolutely. You saying it?
No, yes, sir. I got it. BeQuest is basically just what it means to us is it's an opportunity to build a legacy to provide value beyond entertainment with our stories, our art, our comic books, and everything else that we do. For me, individually, this is an opportunity to tell stories outside of the superhero genre until and my hopes are that the quest will be a kind of a battery in the back of everything that I do eventually once we build the processes and get the people in place to help with distribution and marketing and all that kind of stuff. I think it's great to have brothers and a team that have experience and that have specialties that can help really have an impact out here. And that's why we put together this hardcover. That's why we came together with our characters and put together this hardcover, so we can set the foundation for
Oh my God.
what everything that we're doing in the future.
See, now I remember. I remember the last show because y'all were upset because he kept using the word foundation. I remember that. I remember that. I remember. Man, that is a great thing. You know, there's a lot of comic book imprints, but I like to see, you know, the brotherhood that you guys have. So I'm serious question here. You guys all kind of have your own little imprints on your own, you know. I know Ro, you published Scarlet Ranger through your own book, through your own publishing. Danny and Morgan, I know you guys do your own publishing. Wally, but you guys are keeping those, correct?
The great debate.
There's no debate. Just answer the main question. He asked y'all a question.
He asked you a question, CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like
we are for now. For now, like I just said, my intent is that, like I said, when we're able to build BeQuest into, once we got the proper systems and processes in place, I would love nothing more than for BeQuest to be able to handle all of these properties and to be able to give everything its proper shine. But we got to build it first. The as they say in the what was that movie? If you build it, they will. The Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. And we in the process of building it. So
okay. So the goal is to merge houses at some point.
Hey man, the goal is to get this Kickstarter $10,000, and once that's done, move to the next project. That's the goal, bro.
Man, I see sweat on everybody's heads be asking these doggone questions.
Yo,
I'll
Javon out here like a real journalist. Like,
hey, listen, man,
he asking the hard hitting questions.
This is a Stoked podcast, man. This ain't top 5, man. Top 5, I just give my opinion. Stoked podcast, I just ask questions.
Word, 10,000. That's the goal.
10,000. So while I ask more questions, what we gonna do right here is we gonna share this BeQuest Kickstarter. If you ain't got it yet, go on and get it. What are we at now? We are at $2,000. My God.
Early today. Thank you. Hey man.
My God is good. God is good, man.
Hey, absolutely.
Man.
Trying to do something impactful, man, and we appreciate every single person who's pledged and shared, man, already.
So how did this start? Like, what was the impetus? Like, who had the idea, or was this something that y'all just like were in the same place and just started talking about it? Like, how did it get started? How did BeQuest become? What was the beginning of BeQuest, the origin?
Like many other things, Wally fussing at us, and not Ro. He wasn't fussing at Ro yet. You know what I'm saying? He was just fussing at me and Danny. Rightfully so, in some respects. We were, people know me and Danny have been working together for a while. Wally too, honestly, because Wally and Danny both co-own King Supreme. They revamped that story. Wally is doing Harlem. You know what I'm saying? He's doing Harlem Renaissance series, but we've always leaned on each other. And we've definitely leaned on Wally for his experience and his expertise and all the different myriads of just his knowledge of the game, not just comics, but just business and different endeavors he's been in his lifetime. So we have always had that friendship and that brotherhood, and for years we had been talking about working together. on something more formal. Like Wally was like, you know what I'm saying, like we could do something more formal, like make this an actual move this past a hobby to a business, more so, kind of. And for those that are in the indie comic space, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like you could be making money, but that doesn't make it run as a business. You know what I'm saying? And Wally would talk to us about that. We talked about it.
True story.
Huh?
That's a true story.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We have been approached by other people and been blessed to be approached in them situations, but it didn't seem right at that time. And that's kind of, and then like once we rounded back to it this last time, it was like, yo, yeah, let's see what we can do. We started trying to have meetings, and then and Ro had worked with Wally already as well. All of us had met Ro and talked to him and respected, you know what I'm saying, his mind and definitely his writing skills, and just having again, it was like a brotherhood type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it just was already there. So when we were talking about having things formalized, it kind of happened on its own, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of organically. But Wally gets the you know what I'm saying, Wally was definitely the spearhead of having those conversations to try to formalize something. And then once we came together, we started having meetings and trying to figure out, okay, what is it that we want to do? What's our tagline going to be? What's our goal with the company? How do we structure that as a business? And and then projects and stuff came out after those conversations. So.
Okay. All right. Well, if y'all ain't looking, as you can see, the link is below. Please go ahead and put your money where your mouth is. People love to talk about how there ain't enough, diversity in comics, but then when it's time to put the dollars down, they get real quiet. What are y'all looking to do that's different than other, comic book companies? Because, like I said, there's a lot.
Well, I don't know if anybody else. Well, Ro ain't saying nothing yet, so we'll let Ro talk.
Well, I think for me, when I think about doing something different, I personally don't try to approach things trying to do anything different. I think when you show up as yourself and you show up with your passion, your authenticity, I think it's inevitable to be different. You know what I'm saying? And so I think the four of us coming to the table with our experiences and the drive and the passion that we have in this industry, I think just the ideas that we have as well, I think it automatically is going to create something that I don't want to say that nobody's ever seen before, but I think it'll be fresh. I think it'll be unique. And even as you look through the Kickstarter page, you can see some of the we'll have like previews for some of the projects that we'll do after this hardcover campaign. And so just seeing some of those ideas, and even as we move out of the traditional, superhero genre, and we do more, action thrillers and some fantasy and things of that nature. I think that's where the differences will start to shine.
Now, are y'all looking to really move away from the superheroes? Because I was having this conversation, with a couple of people, and we're talking about how there's so many superheroes out there, and that maybe audiences kind of want something different. Like, did that kind of push you guys to be like, yeah, we all got superheroes, let's try something different?
I'm not gonna say that it's. I wouldn't say we just completely moving away from superhero. I think it's just opening the door for different types of storytelling, different type of characters, different types of antagonists, protagonists. Some of which some people may categorize as heroes or superheroes, and others that completely go left from being, spandex, cape, whatever. And it's not to say that nothing coming out of BeQuest will be that. I mean, there's essentially a street level hero in one of our books, if you want to call him that, but that's not how the character views himself. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the book. But I think the main thing is just opening the doors of creativity in the other lanes. For me personally, King Supreme is the only more or less traditional styled superhero that I have in my roster. Most of my books have always been other directional stuff. You know what I mean? So, but I think that varies for each creator, which is also the cool point about us coming together is that we all can bring things from different perspectives, and that may spark other things. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Somebody
Yeah.
dog got an intruder.
My
Somebody
bad. My
got
bad.
an intruder in their mouth right now. God no.
That just means
That-
doing his job. That's all.
Okay.
I was gonna say
So how do y'all structure this company? Like, 'cause I'm a big business person. Like, I love knowing the intricacies, the nuts and bolts on how
You
companies
keep
are
using
created.
that B word, man. Be careful. Go ahead.
Oh, business? Hey, listen, man. If you ain't in this to be a business, I don't know what you're doing. But like, how do y'all structure it? Like, how do y'all what's the behind the scenes? Give us a like who takes the lead? Does someone take the lead, or is it kind of like we all vote on it? What do you guys do?
I think we all have kind of specialized roles. We all have things that we're taking the lead in, but we also have kind of a voting system for. We've established, especially even though we're not bringing on new projects yet, the process for bringing on new projects will be, kind of a voting system between the four of us for now. And then most of the decisions that we've made have been the same, the voting system. So you got to have 3 out of 4 of us approve the projects that we do. um even as far as when we did the t-shirts, originally when we did t-shirts, and now deciding to put this hardcover together. It's a kind of a majority vote. All of us have kind of equal say, but I've been outvoted many times already, I'll just say, because we all know that I wanted the company to be named the Foundation, and they wasn't going for that. they they wasn't going for that, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
y'all made that was the best decision y'all have made so far. I just want y'all to know that. All right,
And for the better, and that's for the
I just
better,
want you to know.
but it's still part of the story of where we come so far. And I respect these brothers. I respect, and I respect all the creators, you, Javon, Kyron, like all the creators that I've worked with so far. So it's great to have kind of have brothers that you can really lean on for stuff, and because I respect these brothers so much, I just think it's great to be able to listen, because I'm not always right. You know what I'm saying? I've made some silly moves. You know what I'm saying? I can be impulsive sometimes, but it's good it's good to have a process uh for to and it's good to have people to run stuff by, especially when we're all dedicating time and energy and money to these projects. So just the hope is just so that we can you know take the best path forward, the most impactful path forward, and have those discussions so that we don't misstep as often as we might, if we do things on our own.
But I also want to keep it 100 though, because I think sometimes we can talk about business, and I think that it's not an easy transition to go from an individual creator to then working with other people. You know what I'm saying? And with us, like, it's all love. It's always love. And there are also times where it's like, hey, I don't understand what you're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? And so then it becomes, when we having these tense conversations, tense discussions, and I just feel like it's always this learning process. And I think this is the big thing for the campaign that we're running right now, at least for myself. It's the process of learning how everybody works together and really understanding, like when Danny says the specialized roles, it's like, okay, I know we said you're gonna do that role, but are you really good at that role? Like, okay, I know you said you're gonna do that, but is that really where you're supposed to be? And I think as we do campaigns like this, for me at least, I feel like we begin to learn, like, okay, this is how we need to position ourselves so that when we really start moving like a business, we're all in the best position that we can be in to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always an easy transition. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. I mean, listen, man, I'm loving what I'm hearing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm loving what I hear. Y'all know me. I love talking about business. I love talking about the behind the scenes things. How did so you guys did an event, right? Were you the four of y'all your first Comic-Con together? How'd that go?
We
Which part of it?
for us as a group and working together, it was fine. Now, like Rose said, um, and like Danny said too, like we are still, there are things that we talk through and we can figure out the processes ahead of time and have some kind of idea where we're at least driving towards process wise. And then there's going to be putting it in practice and seeing how that works, and then making tweaks and or straight changes to what needs to happen based on experience at that point. You know what I'm saying? Which is similar to what Ro was just saying. Like, this Kickstarter will be a big experience for us because all of us have all run our own Kickstarters before and consulted each other in the process of running those Kickstarters. You know what I'm saying? So we've always had the team process in place. So for that campaign, like we had, I mean, for that show, we had a game plan there, and there were some things that once we finished the campaign, we're like, okay, well, we saw this happen. So like logistics wise and like how we did the setup and all that type of stuff, I think that worked fine.
I was gonna say
The
you jumping
issue,
around. You saying a lot of words. And I'm like,
well, it wasn't.
was the event
I was.
not good? Like, was it not a good con? Like, what happened?
Nah, man. So I'll be honest with you. I mean,
I don't.
it's like Morgan said, from the us working together, I think for the majority that went well. You know what I'm saying? It was NC, what was it, NC Comic Con. We we came together, we got set up, we had all our books there, we had BeQuest, banners, we had, t-shirts, but we're all used to going to shows individually. So even the process of, how does everybody get paid? You know what I'm saying? How does everybody, you know, we had to come up with a different process instead of all of us individually taking, payments for everything. We did have Wally set up for the art, but then we had all the books went through went through one app. And then, we had to go through and go through the financials, and everybody had to get paid after the show. So even something as simple as how do we get the money for the show, is a different process when you got four people. But what we couldn't anticipate is that the show just wasn't what we expected it to be. We expected a lot of traffic. It's one of the bigger shows in our state in North Carolina. And this time it just wasn't. The traffic just wasn't there. Um, and that's something that we almost couldn't kind of expect. We couldn't project that part of it.
Right.
But we did the best that we could with what we had. So
Okay.
just even like decisions like that, like which shows we go to and which events we attend, because it's a lot of work for four of us to get together and do an event. So those are just things that we learn from, and we have to continue to work through.
Yeah, I mean, I personally can't imagine. I've done a lot of cons, and I've never had to do it where it was in conjunction with another
Hmm.
creator. Like the closest it's been is like, hey, want to share a table, but we ain't sharing money. So I can't even imagine the logistics of what y'all had to go through. It's actually kind of interesting. Like I'm really interested to see how that happened. Are y'all going to do another show soon? Like, do y'all know the next show y'all doing? That's still going to be the four of y'all in there.
The next one I know for sure all of us will be at. Because I mean, for me, it's a lot harder to. What's up, Nadia? For me, it's a lot harder to schedule because my son and him having to have nursing. Um, Y'all are stupid. Okay.
I didn't say nothing.
You
No,
good?
who said something?
You good, bro? You stumbled a little bit.
Who
No.
said something?
Nadia, what
Anyway,
up?
What's up, Nadia? It's good to see you in the comments.
Man, we know about your son, man. We know. Just tell me
Yeah.
which show y'all gonna be at.
The show we should all be at that I know what I should be able to be at is Heroes Con.
Heroes Con? Okay.
June or July? July?
I don't know. I'll be
in-
there.
It's
I'll
in
be
June.
there.
We ain't
June.
got final confirmation on it, but that's the goal.
It's June.
Yeah. Oh, y'all didn't get it yet?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get on that, man. I already got mine.
Yeah,
Heroes Con will be.
I told him, I was like, yo, I want to be right where we're at with you guys. That's what I told him.
Don't say that, because we ain't finalized it.
You might be outside. You might be outside with us.
What's good, Ben? Hey, we gotta shout Ben out, bro. We gotta
Shout
shout
out Ben.
out.
Yeah, Ben is.
Man, what up, bro?
He came through heavy on the.
Appreciate you, Ben.
Awesome.
Ben always support, and he's a creator. He getting some stuff ready.
Okay.
I knew.
When y'all set up though,
Yeah.
did y'all was it BeQuest everything, or was it still,
I mean, it's two sides to it. Like, we didn't. The only project we had that was actually a BeQuest project was Ballad of the Black Rose. So, it was still a lot of our other titles set up. You know what I mean? So it was. I mean, Danny had the signs and things like that. You know what I mean? And everybody approached everybody talking about the collective and what we were working towards and everything. But it was set up kind of like coming into a shop as far as how the books were set up. And Danny had a nice display. We had an end cap, so it was in a way where they could actually go in and browse a shelf. You know what I'm saying? And it was an end cap by name. It wasn't an end cap by the space that we supposed. I mean, we couldn't put on blast. We can blast them. I'm being quiet because y'all got friends out there. I don't.
Nah, bro. Nah. See, I'm being quiet.
I'm good. I don't got friends out there.
I don't know them, cuz. I don't know them, cuz.
I don't know. Hey,
I'm being quiet on purpose.
What street you live on, cuz?
You feel me?
I ain't saying nothing.
Where you from?
Where your grandmama live?
Hey, I ain't saying nothing. Really? What I will say to stay above board is exactly what Wally said. We had a store. It pretty much was a store set up. Danny had this dope rack. I forgot. Did you get that from Christoph?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Christoph, the co-creator of I don't know how you want to give him that credit. Co-creator, originator.
Ace-Blade.
He's co-creator.
Ace-Blade. Yeah, co-creator.
I just found out about him like a few weeks ago.
Christoph's a beast, bro.
I didn't know there was another creator of Ace-Blade. I thought it was all Danny.
Yeah, he was trying to stay in the shadows. He don't like people to know that he's a white guy, and that and that he co-created a black character.
That's
crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Some of the best black characters that we got are created by white guys.
I told him, it's not.
Look at Wally. Wally want to say something so bad.
Go ahead, Wally. What you want to say?
Nah, me and Chris, cool. I just never heard that was why he be low key. I didn't know that.
He has a perspective, especially like with how social media is. He feels like, it's best for me. I've been running with Ace-Blade for a long time. He wasn't really active in it, so he doesn't want to come in and be like, oh, I'm the co-creator of Ace-Blade, and get his spotlight or his credit. He's all about just pushing it behind the scenes, and he's made like these action figures. He made these. Mm-hmm. He does wonderful stuff like that, and he has connections and stuff like that, but he just not a big social media guy. And,
he not writing your scripts, is he?
Nah, he's not writing. He's not writing. Okay. He's just he's not writing. He does some art and some
I just making sure you ain't pulling a Drake out here.
Nah, I don't need no ghostwriter. I give him his proper credit. Me and Christoph came up with that first art, and that's why I put his name in everything. All the Ace-Blade books you're gonna see created by Danny J. Quick and Christoph Hollard.
You make sure that contract though for that when Ace-Blade get that movie.
Hey, when
Ace-Blade muscling them out.
What's Tyler Perry call?
Nah, I'm
Tyler
gonna
Perry
hook
called
Kristoff
Ace
up.
Blade, created by Danny J. Quick.
I'm gonna hook Kristoff
That's
up, man. I
Tyler
ain't.
Perry car. It's gonna be a crazy version of Ace Blade. No disrespect.
Hey, but it'll get made and it'll come out.
It will come out. I don't
You don't
know.
want Ace Blade with a wig?
It'll
That
come
wig
out.
about to be crazy.
That
It'll
wig
be
gonna
done
be
in 3
terrible,
weeks.
man.
It'll be done in 3 weeks.
It'd be done in 2 weeks.
And you're
Under
gonna have to stay.
budget.
You're gonna have to stay on the compound for a month after it's finished.
Right. But nah, man, and
I'm
it's,
still
you know what I'm saying,
right.
that's the way social media is, he just, he likes to play his role, and because we've heard so many things in the past with like Stanley and Jack Kirby, you know what I'm saying, like ownership, I will always want to make sure he gets his proper credit. Same thing, with Wally. Even though, I may have had the initial idea for King Supreme, Wally came in and did so much development with King Supreme. We are co-creators of that character. Like his impact on King Supreme is just as much as mine. Without Wally, there is no King Supreme today. So like I'm always about making sure people get their proper credit, and just learning
What
from the
I heard was artists are more important than writers. I don't know if you heard that, Wally. That's what I heard. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's
it's
not
been a great show.
that's not that's not what I said, but
I
you
mean,
know,
I technically fall under both hats, but
I'm just messing, guys. That's just messing. We need each other. We need each other. I'm
definitely.
both, so
I
it
heard,
don't
I
really
heard, I
matter.
heard, I heard they jumped you one time, but we ain't got it. We ain't gonna get into that.
You heard they jumped me. Oh, listen, man. They could try at what they like, but I always hold my own. And
I mean,
never lose.
Morgan and Danny straight up told me one time it don't matter who draw it, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. Okay,
Really, y'all? Like
I
that?
don't think
No.
that's how that conversation went. I don't think that's how
No.
it went.
that's
That
exactly
never-
what they said. I was
Wow.
like, yo, that's
That never-
crazy. It don't matter.
It don't matter who
That
it draws.
literally that
Like,
conversation never took place with me and Danny involved. I can say
That's terrible, man. I can't believe y'all said that.
No,
That
man.
didn't happen.
Day one, I always give artists respect, and but it's a process, man. It's a collaborative process, man. Comics are literally story and art together. I think it's a definitely an amazing process, and but it can be rough sometimes. Y'all artists can be rough sometimes, but we need y'all, man. We need y'all, and the work that you do is valuable.
cuz the proper pronunciation is artists. You
Art-
have to say artists.
Oh, is it artists?
You know what I'm
Or
saying?
is it
Like,
the
you gotta-
artists?
yeah, that-
Artists is
You're a writer, so I know you got a
Artists.
dictionary, a thesaurus, something like that.
Hey.
You know, over there, like
Listen, I just want to give proper respect. However, whatever pronouns y'all want to use right now, I'm down with.
Say whatever
Hey,
pronouns.
y'all,
You
pronouns, like, he just-
doggone fool for
he
that.
just made us a whole other
You're a fool for that.
However
civilization.
you want me to say it, I'm down with.
Do you guys have an idea of the next non-founder BeQuest book?
Yeah, so there's 3 books. Hold on, let me back up. Ballad of the Black Rose is the first BeQuest project. I say that because if you don't, then it kind of messes with Danny's feelings, and I don't want, you got to give him his props. So Ballad of the Black Rose
The contract
Yes.
signed. No matter to me.
is the first BeQuest book. The hardcover is the second official publication, right? And then we have 3 other projects that are in the hardcover. You get a sample, kind of a teaser of 3 other projects that are coming under BeQuest. And there's other projects underway. Morgan has a project. I want to make sure I say that because, I want him to, you know what I mean?
No, I don't need to say it. I don't want.
But hold
no.
on. Javon said, did you say non-founder?
I did. I was just letting y'all go. I was waiting for the end.
non-founder. Oh yeah, I
Non-founder.
erased that word and just got to
No, I know.
matters-
I
what matters
understand,
to the
CEO.
Kickstarter.
I understand.
because the Kickstarter is
I
live
understand,
right now.
CEO. I got you.
As BJ said, 20% in the day. I would love to see that kick past 30, 40. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Hey, listen, man. You got it, boss. You got it, boss.
My bad.
We got some ideas, but nothing is official yet. Nothing is
Okay.
official.
Okay.
The
All right.
projects that we're focused on are
I ain't got no ideas, Javon. Be honest with you. I ain't even talked to nobody else. I ain't even thought about talking to nobody else. I just been thinking about this Kickstarter right here. And but hey, there's 3 other people on the board. So holla at them. Danny be ready to put people on.
Please don't, bro.
Diddy got a whole list, huh? Diddy, you got your list. You do. Don't lie.
Listen,
They might already be signed.
They might be already signed.
I'm not gonna lie. People have been hitting me up to submit books and ideas, and I've heard some cool ideas, but we have not brought it into the BeQuest yet.
But in all seriousness, that is a part of. That's one of the things that we definitely want to be in a position to do, is work with other creators and bring other projects, onto the platform and be able to do what we always did, give insight from our experiences that hopefully help somebody else, so they don't have to go through that.
I'm gonna just keep showing it because I just opened it like this week. I'm sorry, I'm telling you what, I got stacks and stacks of Kickstarters envelopes that I ain't opened. So
me too, man. I got books. I got books in the mail from Jason Reeves and Fish Lee today, and I added them right to the stack. I was like, let me just sit these to the side. I'm gonna get to them eventually. I will get to them.
So when you guys do decide to bring, do you guys know the I don't know if the procedure is the right word, but are you looking at doing something like Image, where Image is basically, we will print and publish, you do your own marketing? Or is this something like, well, if you want to be in the BeQuest, you still got to do the funding for your project, for your publishing, but you get to just put the BeQuest logo on it?
I mean, I think it's going to be situational, depending on what the creators are striving for and aiming to do. And it'll also depend on the timing of the situations. Like, as we grow, it'll give us the ability to offer and do more. Some people just want a little bit of guidance. Some people want Danny's platform. Some people want Morgan's opinion on life. You know what I mean? It may be different things, reasons why they're coming in and wanting to be a part of it. So it'll be situational, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a case by case basis. We've discussed that, and it's definitely gonna be case by case.
All right, now I'm gonna single somebody else. So, Ro, you're the only dude that is not in the state of North Carolina. Is it frustrating for you, like, to kind of be separate from the guys, seeing as how they're all like within relative driving distance of each other?
No, it's not frustrating at all. I did mention that anytime they say, "Hey, we got a con in North Carolina," I'm like, "Cool, let's do it." But anytime I mention a con in Atlanta, everybody's like,
fair point, BJ.
I'm busy. I can't make it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, he's making it up.
But other than that, nah, it's cool. Like, for me, I wish I could put you backstage right now, bro. I wish if I had the power. Nah. But no, it's not frustrating for me. I think, like somebody said before, when we first met in person, last February, it felt normal, it felt natural. You know what I'm saying? Like they were my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So, we talk like every day. So it don't really, you know what I'm saying? It feels.
Ro lives in Atlanta, but he has homes all over the country.
Good kicks.
And one of his residences is in North Carolina, so we feel like he just lives here too.
Oh, so Ro is your silent financer. He got money like that.
So I don't know if you know, but my mom lives in North Carolina. So I am in North Carolina periodically to see my mom, my brothers, my sister, all that. So yeah.
For the record, to my people in the A, I ain't never turned down coming to holler at y'all. It's just Ro put up an option that was the timing was a little off. I can't speak for the brother from Nightdale and the brother from Burlington. I can only speak for myself.
It was 2 or 3 options. It's all good though.
Was it Atlanta Comic-Con?
The few times I've been.
This one that just passed.
Yeah.
ATL Comic Convention. And then how
was that?
Oh, it was great.
Really?
It was great.
Because I heard bad things about that con.
Yeah, last year was rough. Last year was real rough. But this year, so I sold 70 books in like a day and a half, like a day and a half.
Wow.
And last year I sold 47 in 3 days. So,
oof.
you could just see it. The traffic was different. The priorities of the people that were there was different. Like last year, it was like they all came as celebrities. Like they would like we would watch the fans come in. It was a lot of people. We would watch them come in, and they would just walk right past us and go straight to the photo booths and where the celebrities were. This year, it just felt really really different. And I heard that from multiple people who were at the con. So
because I was gonna do it last year.
yeah.
And then I kind of got for a last second, like somebody was like, "Don't do it." Like, don't do it. And so I said, "All right, man, I'm gonna back out this year, last year." And then this year I had thought about it, but because of what happened, last year, I kind of backed out. But okay, all right.
But I do think I'll just say this. I think somebody like yourself, an aggressive seller, I don't think you get in a space like that and not have some kind of success because you know what I'm saying, you're reaching out and you're catching people, you're talking to people. So I think you'll be fine, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, what up, sis?
I'm in them out. I try to watch later.
Yeah, that's my baby. That's one of my little sisters right there.
Okay.
I know it is because she called you Twan, and you don't allow nobody else to do that. I said that had to be family. It had to be family.
Oh, I can't call you Twan?
I can't
do that.
man, don't do it.
I tell you what, Javon, I love you, man. I'll take you around my people, and you say that I ain't gonna speak. I'll just let them react. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate it. Wally was going to bring us to the crib when I was down in North Carolina. I was like, all right, man,
Yeah.
But then, Morgan backed out and Danny backed out and Rose
I was
backed
there.
out.
Nah, Danny popped up.
Danny went.
Yeah, but Danny wasn't going to give you a ride back. Like,
That's
I
true.
was going to get back.
That's true. That is true.
Danny was like, I'll bring you. But
I didn't back out, bro.
Yeah, you did.
He had other priorities at the time. Morgan had other.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Morgan had a date, yo. Morgan had a whole date. Morgan had a whole date, man. That's
Man, so this Kickstarter campaign and the goal of 10,000.
But this all right though, because I'm gonna be there this year. I'm gonna be there in North Carolina. I'm staying an extra day. This time. I'm gonna be there an extra day in the front and an extra day in the back.
Hey, we got one more backer. We got another backer.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, we appreciate whoever that was. We appreciate whoever that was. Thank you.
Right, hold on, let me. Oh, there we go.
Let me reinforce too to the people, man. Like, word of mouth is important. Like, support is not just the money. Of course, we want to hit the goal. Hitting the goal allows us to print the books. It allows us to put other things in motion with some of the other projects that are in the book, et cetera, et cetera. But, it's not just the money. You can tell other people, like, word of mouth is one of the best marketing tools that has ever existed. So by all means, share, tell somebody else about it. Like, we independent from the ground up. Ain't nobody backing us. We ain't got no super powerful cosigns. We ain't even asking for all that. We just asking for opportunity to show what we do and keep moving. We're not asking for anything. We gonna do it regardless. I mean, that's Danny's logic, right? But we're gonna push through. But that support that we get from the people that rock with us is super important. You know what I mean? This the goal for this project. This don't feed our pockets. This don't make we're not going to go buy no shoes or no semi not fancy whip. Like, this is going right back into what we built. That's it. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, man, and if I haven't said it to y'all for real, I am incredibly proud of you guys for this endeavor, because it is a difficult thing for people who are used to working alone to kind of come together and build something and then grow it and make it something and not kill each other.
True. No, we appreciate that.
Well, I'm serious. Listen, man, I've been a part of different initiatives where people want to do hey, let's do this thing, and then you try and do it, and then egos get in the way, and somebody's always got to be the guy, or they feel like they're the guy, or
you talking about something recent, Javon?
You talking
I
about something
mean,
specific? Sound
I
like
have no idea. No, this is old. This is old.
sound
Y'all
like
trying to get me in trouble.
sound like
I got,
recent
It
memory.
sounds like
I
a
don't,
specific example, just
I don't
right
know.
there.
It
I
sounds.
was talking about
But
the image guys.
it
That's
really
what I was
sounds
talking
like
about. I
Oh,
was
the
talking
image.
about the
Yeah.
image guys. Yeah,
Image milestone. Hey, and another point, like, listen, I love Atlanta. Atlanta is a big part of why I am who I am today. Organized Noise, Outcast, the
You don't
Dungeon
got to
Family.
keep saying it,
You know
bro.
what I
It's
mean?
cool.
I
yeah.
just make clarity because I got bridges in certain
Bro
places.
is like, it's not
You know what I
helping, man.
mean?
It's not helping. You can
Hey
stop
man,
at any
listen.
time.
I went out there. I had never really. My sister lives in Decatur, and the Urban Nerd Con when they canceled the show, me and my wife went out there for the weekend, and it's like the vibe out there in Atlanta is amazing. Like it's really a solid place to go. Um, so I really enjoyed it, but I don't got any connections out there like that except for,
Man,
except for Ro and my
bro,
sister.
you know it's already my second home, man. I done lived on Spring Street. I lived in Decatur. I done lived in Stone Mountain. I done lived in all over Atlanta. I trust me, that's my home. That's my
Yeah.
second home. I'm hoping to be there for Dragon Con. So
Okay.
hey, let me know, man. I might want to. If you need to share a table, I might.
I got denied for the artist alley, so I'm waiting for the other art section to see if I get in that for Dragon Con.
Yeah, I got in, but like, I don't know how many of y'all know about the process for how it works, but like I got in and they're like, all right, you got like 5 days to call this number and then pay your thing. But the day they gave me it was the day I got sick after MegaCon.
Mm.
And so like I couldn't talk, I couldn't really do anything. And so by the time I was able to like talk, like the limit passed, but nobody was like, you ain't in it. So I had to reach out and tell them, hey, like I was damn near comatose.
Mm.
Like, so I'm hoping that it works out. I mean, Dragon Con was one of my favorite cons. I had a question. This is gonna get me in trouble. Who is the best salesman, Comic-Con salesman of the four of you?
Ro, that's not even a question.
Wow.
That's easy.
That's easy. That's easy.
That's easy, man.
You got to say something more different than that. That's easy.
Ro
I've
got
seen Ro be like, hey, let me show you about my comic, man. Let me holler at you. I was like, I wanted to be like, you need some lotion? Like, you keep rubbing your hands, man. Like,
Man.
Nah, Ro is the pitch master. He's great at, catching people as they go by. He always seems to know what people, want. Short conversation, and he closes the deal, man. So, yeah, I definitely say Ro.
All right, who's the worst?
He's gonna compete with us too. So
Yeah,
Who's the worst salesman?
Who's the word? It depends on what you mean. Like I'm not a
yeah, I don't sell cracks.
I'm not an aggressive salesman. I'm not saying Ro is. I'm just saying like me. I'm more like conversational. So, but I mean, I still make money. So I don't know. I'll leave that to them to decide who's the worst out of the other two.
I mean,
What up, EW?
I'm gonna say
because
Danny, because Danny don't never be at his table.
and I don't necessarily I don't care if people. I mean, I care if people buy stuff, but I don't care if you buy it. Like I'm gonna talk to people, and I'm gonna do what I can do to tell them the story of what we're doing, and if they buy it, cool. If not, but I'm trying to change my mentality on that, especially when it comes to shows. When it comes to shows.
Diddy was like never for the first 2 days. Heroes gone.
I don't think that's true.
Nah.
Like,
That was absolutely true.
I don't know. I don't know if I told you this story, Javon, but when we was at NC Comic Con, right? So it was a family. It was like a married couple. They had 2 kids with them, right? So they come up. So they say, yeah, we want to hear about your books, right? So I'm like, cool. I'll tell you about Scarlet Ranger. Scarlet Ranger is about a young man who inherits the title from his grandfather. And I go through my whole spiel, right? And they're like, oh, that sounds really cool. That sounds great. And mind you, they got 2 kids with them, right? So I say, Morgan, you want to tell them about your book? So Morgan goes, yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell you about Harlem. He says, okay. So imagine You wake up with bullet holes in your chest. I was like, whoa.
Terrible.
He's like, and then you go in the other room and your whole family's dead. I'm like, yo.
Terrible.
He's like, then you got fire coming out your mouth and you try to figure out why. And I'm like, then the police are chasing you. I'm like, whoa. And I just watch. I'm watching as the family's like, and they're like slowly like turning away. I'm like, Morgan, come on, bro.
Hey, man.
You got to get your pitch together, bro.
Wait, did they buy something?
No, they didn't even buy my They didn't even buy my book. I was so tight, yo. I'm like, yo, are you serious right now? You messed up my cell, bro.
You don't know how to read the room, bro.
Hey, bro,
You
listen.
said bullet holes in your chest.
You say you wake up with bullet holes in your chest. I said, golly.
See that? Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Because Ro out here slandering me. Cause you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he out here slandering me.
Well, it's not. Is it? Wait. Time out. Slander.
It's not slander if it's true.
Is it true?
Did it happen or not, Morgan?
Did it actually happen?
That's the question.
If it actually happened, it is not slander.
That's beside the point.
That is not. No, that's the point.
That's the absolute point.
I don't remember if they were kids or not. I remember this moment because Bro brought it up to me and I was laughing. But I don't remember like if they were like. Maybe I misread how old they were. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
how old were they, Bro?
Bro,
were they up to the parents' knees?
The little girl looked like she was like 9 years old, and she had a little brother, and the little brother was like 6, and they were standing there, and I was just watching their faces. I was like, "Yo,
you got parents now having to like explain
hey,
death.
Daddy, what's a bullet?
What is bullet holes? How do you get bullet holes in your chest?"
Listen, bro. Listen, my books at this point are not for kids.
We're aware. We know now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that family completely understood.
That family would never come to a Comic-Con again because
nah, they'll come to a Comic-Con. They just won't stop and talk to anybody near Morgan.
Bro. It's all good. I'll eat that.
Man, that's funny.
But keeping it real goes wrong. Hey, listen, man. You can't be militant all the time, man.
I wasn't being militant.
You gotta, sometimes you gotta be soft, man. Like, hey, listen, you gotta find the kiddie way of explaining your book.
There are times where
nah. We tried to tell Morgan that he said, I ain't changing nothing. This is just who I am. This is how I talk. It was like, I if you want to sound like my man from Tropic Thunder, then go ahead.
or I'm like, yo, pick a different book to pitch. You don't gotta pitch your most craziest book.
How do you pitch Lumberjacks?
It's a nigga with an axe.
Imagine an axe cut your head off.
Imagine the angriest black man in the world, and then you give him an axe.
And his people militant, but they be eating gumbo. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad pitch.
That's not
it's hilarious.
I might add that for Heroes Con. That's
pretty
man.
Good.
Yeah,
don't do that at Heroes Con. If you gonna do it, wait until after I make my sale.
Devon said, just don't do it around me, bro.
Just wait till it's after my sale. Like,
man, y'all can kick rocks. I
appreciate the authenticity. Just sometimes you might not want to be the one speaking.
You gotta like, gotta see.
I be selling books, bro. My books are not made for kids, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So okay. A lot of times I will tell the parent, especially if I'm speaking with a parent, especially when so that was our first con together. You know what I'm saying? When it's me and Danny selling fourth wall stuff, if they're kids, I generally will steer them to Ace Blade, because you know what I'm saying, like Lumberjacks and Harlem both.
You trying to say Ace Blade soft?
That's not what he said.
It kind of sounded like that.
That's great.
No, it didn't.
Ace Blade has a more general audience than
Lumber.
Oh, you're right. Clean it up.
Legitimately, Harlem #2. I'm legitimately gonna have to put a trigger warning on it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not my content at this point is not made for kids. My target audience is like a lot of times when people ask me like what.
So Javon, this is where intervention comes in very, very ineffectively. This is where you say, hey, bro, we feel that, but you could have pulled the parents and found another way to reach them without scaring the kids. And he's like, no, this is how I do it. This is me.
They need to know.
They need to know the truth that people wake up with holes in their chest sometimes. Like that's how Morgan responds to it. Like,
well, so all right, let me tell you this. Instead of like you could have been like, listen, this book isn't. You could just lead with this book isn't really for kids, but if you like comics, then this is what it's about. And then you could giving them the option of
Javon, look at his face, man. He's not trying to
I'm
accept
trying to
nothing that
help.
you saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
not a
He's
single
trying to
word.
hear nothing that you saying, yeah.
I was
Bullet
trying to
holes,
help.
man. He wants to leave with bullet holes, and that's cool because somebody will walk by and hear that and be like, "Oh, word, yo, son, I woke up with bullet holes. Let me get that." You know what I'm saying? And it'll be a perfect match for Morgan. The rest of us will just have to play cleanup around the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what would you say King Supreme's target audience is, like age range?
I mean, he didn't wake up with bullet holes in him, so I mean, I think King Supreme is relatable on a lot of levels. I mean, it's not necessarily for the younger kids, depending on where you come up and what you've been through in life, though. Like Ryan's story is a story that a lot of people could relate to, regardless of where. But there's certain people who have gone through certain things at an early age that can relate to his upcoming and upbringing before he becomes King Supreme. So, it's not as much. Because y'all are lighter than him, but
Hey,
Terrible.
I ain't say it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm being quiet. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm just staying in my spot. I ain't say nothing.
So you of all you guys' properties, would you say Roe is probably the more all age book? The Scarlet Ranger?
Probably so.
Face Blade, yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet
Probably
Ranger.
so.
Well, I would say Scarlet Ranger before Ace Blade because of the age of the character. He's just trying to
He just
you
trying
know
to
make his grandfather proud.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
Well, one of the good things about you guys is you have such a wide range of subject matter. You can do the kid superhero, or you could do the angry black man with bullet holes in his chest, or the vigilante, the superhuman. It's a good thing to have that somebody somebody can come to your table and find something.
For sure.
Like, because not everybody can do that.
Right.
Yeah, and our new books are going into a whole nother direction. Ro is going into sci-fi and espionage. Would you say, Ro?
Yeah, I would say that. Yep.
With Betrayer. Pakuma is breaking into, I guess, the world of anime and wild imaginative things, and Elton is more ground level, dealing with everyday situations, but from the perspective of someone trained to go. So, and then we got other things coming that deal with fairies and unicorns and wizards and stuff like that, from Candor and places like that. So we definitely, tapping into a few different things, you feel me? And then some people are gonna be having stuff happen in their dreams. So it's a lot coming, man. It's a lot.
That's it, man. That's awesome, man. I love the variety. I love it, especially because a lot of imprints now, they either do one thing or they do the other. But you guys are trying to hit all corners of every genre, and for a black-led company, that's always great to hear because you can only do so many, superhumans. You can only do so many Superman. You can only do so many, fantasy stuff.
And that's what, going back to one of the earlier things you said too about, are we moving away from superheroes? I for me, it wasn't for like the audience. Like, I don't know if the audience is getting fatigued with superheroes, but it was for myself. Like, I like to write different stories, and I'm not moving away from superheroes. I'm still going to do superheroes amongst other things, you know what I'm saying, that I'm working on. And, I write screenplays, I write novels, I write short stories, I write all kinds of different mediums. And so exploring these different storytelling, techniques and tropes across genres for me is just fun to do. You know what I'm saying? So
You write novels and you don't sell them at cons?
well, so I finished my first novel this past year, and I just got
Okay.
feedback from the editor, and so I'm in the process of revising my first novel. So
Okay. All right.
what Ro just said is also one of the reasons why Wally, again giving Big Bro credit for the logo. You know what I'm saying? Like having the compass be a part of the official logo for the company. That is one of the things that the logo encompasses. That we have stories that are being told from different directions and different directions, different angels, and the cardinal being a messenger. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what it is that we write, regardless of what, because I can't say whether or not I would say In Your Dreams is not superhero led. It's sci-fi. I know that is distinctly one of the things that Danny wanted to do is to be able to, because me and Danny have been creating the fourth wall universe and tying our stories into each other. This is the outlet for him to be, besides working on other projects for other creators, for him to be able to breathe life into a different type of storytelling, just the same as Rose talking about. And for me, like, I'm always going to be led by whatever it was that inspired me to write the story in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So if whatever inspired me was superhero led, then it'll be that. And then it's just a question of whether or not that fits in the fourth wall universe or if it needs to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Similar to what Wally was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because Wally has a bunch of dope stuff that doesn't have to be up under something in specific, and it's not tied to a specific universe. You know what I'm saying? It's just a dope story that he decided to sell. Like, so he's got he's got his imprint for Once Emperors. You know what I'm saying? He's done Skull Kids. He's got Wally's got like at least 3 or 4. Super Bastard he ain't dropped yet because he being stingy, but yeah, like
Cap.
Oh,
I ain't dropped it yet because I ain't finished it. So we just tell people the truth around here so they can't be mad about a lie.
Negro, you've been lying like for an hour and a half.
Wow, he called me a Negro. What 1865? What year it is?
I know that ain't even a hard R. That's a long O. Like, you hit it with the long O. Like, dang, man, you hit it with the.
That's a brotherly nigga right there.
You hit it with the Harriet Tubman. God dog, man.
I was reprimanded last night for using said language, so I need to curtail myself.
It won't because you use the language, just because you use it so many times, nothing else could be heard. That was all.
Back to back. I don't
call that.
And for the record, none of us said nothing to him. The host had to quietly let him know.
So I know y'all got a bunch of shows that y'all gonna jump on. I ain't gonna hold y'all for long. So you got that old soul civil rights. Yeah, that part. Oh man, I'm sorry. So listen, before I'm gonna let you guys go. Before I want to let y'all go, give everybody one last time. Give them BeQuest. Tell them about it. Tell them where they can go. Tell them what you need them to do. This is it. Your last pitch to folks. Well, on this show.
Well, Ro's a salesman, so we're gonna let Ro talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Rub your hands. Go ahead.
Nah. First off, I just want to say thank you, Javon, for having us on the show to talk about BeQuest and talk about this new project that we're doing. What we need everybody to do is to go to the BeQuest Studios limited edition omnibus Kickstarter campaign. We are looking to raise $10,000 to print a beautiful hardcover edition that will include the #1 issues from all of the founding creators in BeQuest Studios. This is a collective, a group that just wants to create stories that give value beyond entertainment. And so any money that you can give, any word that you could spread, we appreciate it. We thank you, and we're gonna catch y'all on the flip side.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. So like the gentleman said, you can go to the link below and this is what it's gonna look like above, right that way over there. So y'all got to get there. We got 29 days to get less than where we at now?
What's that about?
2151.
Less than $7 grand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
y'all got time. Y'all ain't got all the time, but y'all got time. Paige wants to know: are you guys only doing Kickstarters or Diamond?
No, we're not distributing this project through Diamond at all. Everything is in-house. Everything is independent. So support for the Kickstarter is how we keep it moving.
and this right here is a limited edition. So
Mm-hmm.
we only gonna print.
This
I don't even know if we're
hardcover.
gonna sell these after this campaign.
Oh, so
Yeah.
y'all not even selling them at cons?
The
Nah.
hardcover,
Nah,
no.
bro.
Whatever. Once we print this, they're gonna be numbered. Whatever is sold, whatever is produced, is all that will be made of this book.
Right.
Oh, so y'all heard that. So you can't even get it at a con.
Yeah.
It's now or never.
The fact that's one of my favorite things of decisions that we made about doing the project is that, to me, like if it was me and I was a consumer in this situation and you told me that I can only get it at this, but also that it's going to come to me numbered, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be almost enough incentive for me alone, because that at that point that's like a collect. It's more than a collector's item at that point, especially like once we get a title that what I'm saying we sell to a movie company or something like that. You know what I mean? Like once we get scripts and stuff that we're working on like that, you could say that you had the number one hardcover, the omnibus. You know what I'm saying? That they put out. You know what I'm saying? So
And again, for the record, this will be the first published appearance of 3 of our new titles. So if you're one of the collectors who's into the first time something shows up, this book is where those titles will first show up before we actually publish the official books for them. So
exactly.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link up in a Stoked Podcast Facebook page. So if you didn't see it here, you're gonna see it there. You've already seen it on my Instagram. I already posted there. I think I shared it earlier on my Facebook, but if I haven't, I'm gonna do it. Thank y'all for coming on. I do appreciate y'all, even though y'all left me out. But it's okay, man. It's all right,
like
man.
you said, I fought for you, though.
It's all right, man. It's
fought for
okay,
you,
man. Listen, man. I'll be Johnny Gill over here.
Oh wow.
And just wait for one of y'all to be Bobby Brown. That's all right, man.
Oh wow.
Oh, not Bobby. Yeah. One of y'all to be Bobby. Once one of y'all have your Bobby moment, I'll bust in like Johnny Gill.
Before y'all drop, Paige had another question about.
Paige is one more. We'll end it on this question. Let's see. And this is all the number ones of all your comics, like Ace Blade, Lumberjack, so on and so on.
It's number one for Ace Blade, number one for Lumberjacks, number one for King Supreme, number one for Scarlet Ranger, number one for Harlem. So it's
and then previews of the new books that we have coming after those.
Yeah, and we will in the final version. In the final version, we'll have the variant covers in there. Like there'll be like are we doing that for the digital or the hardcover? I know the digital we're doing like
definitely for the digital.
I know for the digital tier we're gonna have like all of the variant covers in there.
Let's just scratch that part. Just let's just keep it at
This is why Wally be like, hold up, cuz,
pick up this hardcover, cuz. This what this is about right here.
All right, essays.
You getting plenty. You getting plenty. Right here.
Yeah, but
right here, cuz. Hit the link, homie.
That's right. That's right.
Chill.
So yeah, thank y'all so much. Where y'all gonna be on next? Where y'all gonna be? Any podcasts y'all got coming up?
Danny?
I feel like every day, Danny, like, yo, y'all want to go live with so and so?
Well, we're gonna go live Monday, for a little bit, just to push, and then I think later on in March we have another.
We got chat and draw, and then we got some other possibilities, but we pre-recorded with Comics Are Dope with BJ Kick, so that'll be dropping soon too.
I mean, y'all always welcome to come on Top 5 Live. I mean, I know our host didn't extend the invite.
We didn't get it.
We were told that he didn't get an answer back from his co-host, and so we was just assuming we just had to bum rush the joint next.
That doesn't sound like something his co-host would have done. But you know, that's all right though. That's okay, man. That's
They
all
get
right.
invited, so I just, we don't know.
Man, listen, you know, but yeah, the invite is there. The invite's there. I'll talk with the host. You know, maybe he's he won't be
Put
the
in a
mood.
good word for us.
I'll do my best.
Put in a good word, bro. I'd like to be there.
I'll do my
said
best.
we can come to his joint too.
I mean, sometimes he gets in the mood. Sometimes they don't really want people. Paige, listen, man, Paige. I didn't even know you made comics until like a month ago, dude. I was like, oh, he makes comic books. That's great. You can come on, Paige. I got you. Listen, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening. Again, get to the link. Let's get these gentlemen to 10. Let's get these gentlemen to 20,000. Like we ain't even playing. Forget 10. Let's get them to 20,000. We need BeQuest Studios to be the best and to be and be next. Cause see, I'm giving y'all stuff. See, y'all ain't even invite.
BeQuest and be next.
BeQuest, be next. I'll make sure I get my 10 cents for every time y'all use that. Thank y'all for joining another episode of a Stoked Podcast, Creative Talk of Creative People. What up, Slim? Y'all have a great evening. Y'all have a great weekend. Peace.
Thank you.